أخلاقية بيدعم حكمنا وقيم الخدمة العامة عندنا، بيكون حليف لنا وبيساعدنا نقوي علاقتنا بكم.
في اليوم العالمي للإذاعة ده بنحتفل بالإذاعة والذكاء الاصطناعي وأصوات المجتمع في خدمة السلام والشمول. بنستقبل الأداء لكن بنكرم الصوت الإنساني.
آي راديو عينك على جنوب السودان. بنستخدم أدوات بكرة عشان نحكي قصص اليوم. يوم عالمي للإذاعة سعيد عليكم.
It's the break of a new dawn, and this is the dawn on iRadio.
Good morning once again. This is the Dawn Show on iRadio, and after the news, as we promised you earlier, we will begin our second hour from here up to 8. And we already have our guest in the studio, who is none other than Yarsuk Patrick James, who is the Minister of Information and Communication, Central Equatoria State, who we are thrilled to have you here, Honorable Minister, this morning.
Thank you so much. It's good having you people today in our radio to talk to our people about, as today we celebrate the International Radio Day. So it's nice being here. Salamat Bidai from the studio. لأكل زال الفغارية بتاعنا هناك بسمع راديو بتو اي راديو في ترشجرة بتو في مرزالة بتو. سلامات بتاعي عليكم.
أنا كان بعد مستمعين بتاعنا أنا كونسوا كلام ترى ده منهم باره وقلنا الليلة ده أنا هنتكلم بس في راديو من سبعة لمسة في برامج كله في راديو وأننا مبسوطين إنه يتجزوا بجد جزء من الاحتفال بتاعنا ده. كده وري لنا يعني في وزارة بتاعك يعني how your ministry is valuing كلام بتاع راديو ده بالذات department بتاع راديو في ministry بتاع Central Equatoria.
Thank you so much. في label بتاع ministry بتاع information and communication في Central Equatoria State. We have our own radio station that is a public broadcast which is called the Equator Broadcasting Corporation. Anina bardu indana rawadi fi counties pitana. Fi most of our counties pitana so far indana radio stations fogo. But valuing the importance of radio station within the institution, within the Ministry of Information, we really value that radio is one of the most important platforms that have played a significant role in the development of our country, in uniting our country, our people, in reconciliation. It became the only voice and like a platform, like a classroom, like a school for all of us, for our people to be able to get information. Anina Shaifin fi Wazara, a radio station, is the only platform that have given hope to our people, that have brought them together to still hope among themselves that regardless of the challenges that we are facing tomorrow it will be better. So radio is the only institution alwinken we wahidna ubawahidna spitana. So we don't take it slightly. Anina nishiru viras na benu a radio station al-kullu be function nationwide, not only in Central Equatoria State. These are very important institution which we recognize them and we value their effort because they became the voices that link between the government institution and the citizen. They keep things in checks and balance. So we significantly recognize the work of the radio station, and these are very important institution in the state, as information is the third pillar of the government worldwide.
And talking about provision of information, radio, some might even term it as one of the old tools of provision of information. Now, with the new technology provision, I mean, the access to social media, access to all other sources of information, and as a country which is recovering from bitterness and all this, how your ministry is ensuring that all the information that are circulated or that provided on radio and other social media are accurate so that it does not inflame more harm to the community?
We have been advocating in the ministry for people always to get accurate, verified information. and getting accurate, verified information are only provided by radio stations, by the radio stations that are broadcasting in South Sudan, particularly in Central Equatorial State. For us to be able to combat hate speech and misinformation, the only relevant and verified sources of information are the radio station. So we are working very closely also with our public officers to making sure that accurate information are brought from the level of the ground, from the level of the grassroots, brought to the level of the ministry and taken to the radio station, and it is air out for public consumption. Today, iRadio have been informing our country for years, and all the information that they have been providing, this have been accurate and verified information. So we discourage people, and we don't only discourage, but we encourage people, and we educate people to verify any information that is gotten online, so that they consume verified information. It is a constitutional right in our constitution for people to get access to information, but get verified and verified information that you can consume. So this is what we are doing. We are also discouraging the issue of hate speeches that is happening in our community, the disinformation that is happening in our community, to making sure that through the radio station, it can also be a platform that can be used to educate our people by giving them the right and verified information.
Yeah, and also in this era of quick spread of information, and some of them might be misinformation, and what are the regulations in place that your ministry is putting in order to tackle this spread of misinformation, if at all?
So far, last year, the national ministry, the media authority, had a national conference on combating hate speech, and we are part of it. And we have a newspaper at the level of the state, the Central Equatorial State newspaper. We have the TV and we have the radio station. We have been doing campaign through the radio station and the TV station, educating our people on what are some of the institutions, or what are some of the platforms that you can be able to get verified information. For example, the registered, the recognized institution, media institution by the government of South Sudan. These are institutions that you can be able to get verified information that is for public consumption. And also we have been doing capacity building to our public officers at the level of the ministry, to making sure that they understand the ability to verify online information that are spreading. Also at the level of the ministry, we have been engaging and responding to hate speeches that have been happening. If we saw that they are spreading hate speeches within online platforms, we always go to the radio station, or we call for press conferences where we verify this information not to be true, at least to calm the public down. So these are some of the policies and of the work that the Ministry of Information in Central Equatorial State have been doing. With also the change in technology, the AI, I know it is going very faster, but we are trying very hard to making sure that, including information that are produced by AI, are verified very well.
And even this World Radio Day team is Radio AI for Peace, and Radio AI and Community Voices in Service for Peace and Inclusion. We've been seeing a lot of developing applications and developing in technology, and especially on the information part of it. How long have you been in the ministry now?
Around 4 months to 5 months.
4 months. That's a very good period. Maybe just for an evaluation, like, have you been facing any challenges, like in your ministry, concerning issue of provision of information, even in providing that information? What are the challenges that you could see, like you have found in your ministry, for your community or your citizens to get accurate information so far?
We have to admit that AI can contribute into broadcasting into producing information, but we should not also forget the work that the radio station can do. We should not forget about that. The voices that come out from the radio station, it goes deep down to our grassroots, to our farms where our people are cultivating, to our cattle come, to our refugees come, to the deepest person in the grassroots. AI at the moment cannot do that. With the change of technology and the status of our country, our people depends more on the radio station. So we believe that AI, it depends on how you use it. It can be negative, but it can be positive. So we have been encouraging with the fellow young people to use AI in a negative form, and we should also not forget about the radio station saying that we are moving into the AI, artificial intelligence. Let us use AI to improve information and communication at the level of our state and at the level of the country. We understand it is very challenging at the moment, and even to verify it between information that have been produced by AI and into information that we are speaking with you right now. But there are tools that are used for verifying AI information, artificial intelligence information, which some people sometimes are using it negatively. And we have been encouraging people that we should not be using the AI negatively, but it should give us a strength to improve our work, to improve access to information, to improve communication, to improve. It cuts across. Sometimes you will say that AI can be able to generate a context with your local languages. But it's still for those who can be able to identify very well, you will be able to identify. So AI have become also one of the biggest challenges that people are facing. Some people are using it negatively to implicate some other people. But at the end of the day, it has to be verified. That is why we are saying that you should follow recognized institution, media institution, to get verified information. So this AI that have been generated, it can help in the development of the radio stations at the level of our country, but it should be used positively, and it should be used to back up the work that the radio station have been doing for years. Thank you.
Listeners of iRadio, this is the Dawn Show, and with us in the studio is Minister Yorsuk Patrick. James is the Minister of Information and Communication in Central Equatoria State, and today we are commemorating the World Radio Day, and he's here with us in the studio to give us highlight on what his ministry is doing in provision of information through radio and through other forms of the platform as well. We have talked to some of our listeners, and we have reserved one of them that would also share his experience during this interview that we are doing right now. We're going to listen to that voice, and then we come back shortly.
نعم، أعتقد نسمع هناك كثير من وزير في ذاك الاستوديو زي ما زميلتي قالوا. كان الناس سجلوا صوت بعض من الناس اللي اسمع لنا، وكان أقوت أقول لأن ما كنت صوت التون قال كمان كده وزير أسمع كلام يعني كويتنس من الناس اللي يستمع الراديو، ومن كمان قال مهمة الراديو في حياتهم. حسن نبسمع لأقوت أقول.
يمكن كورا كوريا، وانا واحد من المستمعين بتاع راديو، لكن انا في النواب. انا بتكلم في الموضوع بتاع راديو لانه انا قدرته عشان انا بكون واحد من الناس اللي بقعد بسمع في راديو في حياتي. انا قدرته طبعا جديد، انا قعدت تقريبا 24 سنه انا قاعد بسمع في اخبار بتاع راديو من مع راديو فوم من 2003 كان سودان راديو سيرفيس، وبقى جاي راديو وانا كنت متابع له. فالراديو في مساوة حياتي ده حاجة مهمة اللي بخليك انت تقول يعني تتبع الحياة في شنو بحصل في الدنيا وانت تسمع شنو. راديو في الحياة بتاعي كان أول في مساوة راديو في العالم، يعني أنا ما بكون مرتاح. فراديو في الحياة بتاعي شفته إنه كان أول كبير اللي بخلاني يعني أنا إنسان يعني متواصل في العالم، وبقدر بفهم في شنو ماشي في العالم، وفي شنو قاعد يمشي في هذا ده، وفي شنو ماشي في هذا ده. في حياة بتاعنا مش أنا شفته كان ده بس في ماي لايف، لأنه الراديو حاجة مهمة في حياتي وخلاني يهربني ذاته. أنا بفهم شنو أتوجنالي فيها كويس في راديو المستوى كويس، بالأخص هاي راديو في حياة بتاعي أنا شفته كان بس في حياة بتاعي ولا كان اي برنامج معمول في راديو انا بتابع كله لحد بعدين الساعه 8 دقيقه او اذا كان انا شغال مكتب ولا قاعد برا اي راديو ده ابدا. فانا بشوف انه الراديو في الاحياء بتاعي ده حاجه تسمي شبك وبخلي احياء بتاعك بكون قاعد يعني انت ما بكون زعلان ولا بكون اي مشكله يعني انت بتابع على الراديو الكويس انت بخد في احياء بتاعك والماكو انت بخد بالترب بتاعك. بالنسبه للاي راديو يعني اي راديو ويت البدي معلومات الكفايه الما فوق كده يعني بيجيب ريال انفورميشن لاي زون. انت بتشوف دائما لما تشوفوا اي راديو كل ما يبدا حتى كان كفى لنا هنا في واو هنا ما بكون محتاجين عشان كده اي راديو شيلنا في ايام بتاعنا كان راديو ويت في جنوب السودان بيدينا معلومات حياتك بكون مفيده يعني اقل حاجه حاصل في اي راديو كان جاب لك معلومه معناته معلومه ده معلومه كده ده معلومه الكافي وكلم مستوى بتاع كل الناس بقى انترستنج في اي راديو ليشنو لانه اي راديو بيجيب معلومات الكفايه كان جاب معلومه وانت مشيت فتحت كورينو انت بلقى معلومه ده تفهمها ما بيزيد ولا بنقص. وعشان كده انا سامعين بتاع اي راديو دايما بكون فرحانين لانه اي راديو بيجا بتاع الجنوبيين كل وده بيجا حلم ذات لو خدت فوقه كان جابه في فيسبوك لما تمشي وراه بعدين انت بلقى نفس المعلومه ده ياو جاي كان جابه في نيوز نفس المعلومه ده بكون جاي. والبرنامج ده اديشن انا كنت داير بينكم انتوا اي راديو انا كنت داير انه زمان ده كان في حاجه بيقول انه اللغه بتاعنا ده بيجي جابوا لكن ما قاعدين يجيبوا ناس الكبار البمبري وري كلتشر فده كان مانجمنت فاينانشال في الحساب وانا كنت داير انه البرنامج ده كان يزيدوا لما يكون في ويكند معناته يكون في ناس كبار البمبر بموت وري عداد وتعليق في جبال بتاعنا لانه 64 قبيله كثير كان جابوا في اي راديو يكون في دول بيجيبوه في ويكند لما يكون في المغارب بتاعنا ده يجيبوه دول هناك يبوت دائما يعملوا مهارة المعلومات ده كان يكون بروجرام ده كان يزيدوا فوقه ده شيء انا بشوف انه محتاج علينا في لانه اداره التعليم بتاعنا دايرين يوضحوا لكن انا شفت الراديو ده راديو ويت شديد بخلي يكون الناس تمامين فوق. اول انا ببدا في بلد بتاعي هو دوله بتاع جنوب السودان من 30 الشغالين في جنوب السودان يعني الناس قاعدين في هذا البيسي ولا ناس قاعدين في روادي الاخرى. انا بدي لهم انه شكرا عليكم لانه انتم ما خسرتوا انتوا رافعنا عنبنا فوق في جنوب السودان الخلانا اكثر علينا بقيل هربنا 64 قبيله اللغات ده ما صارفين علينا ما كان قادرين نتعال بعض علينا يربنا في كل المساوات بتاع جنوب السودان كل انتوا ناس منو وين وناس منو وين ده فوق بتاع فالشيء انا بقول اللي صارفين انا بقول انه كلمه يكون انه ما هو روح بتاع العمل في الجلد بتاعنا كل ما يقاو طول شغل بالروح المعنويه دي روح بتاع كنا راعي إيمان بالجوتة بكله وزي ما زمان ده كان قاعد يتكلم بدون كوب يتكلم بخفاعة اللي عنده كله ليه عشان إنه كلام كان قاعد يعمل ده كان يعمله في المستوى للجنوبين كله. والرسالة بتاعي للسعفين كله أنا بقول إن الروح المانوي ربنا شاله ده روح ده ما في جول خالص حتى يجي السياسي الكبير قاعد يعمل لك تبجيه كلام كان جنوبي كلم للفئة المواجهة المواطن القاعد ما قادر يلقى معلومة تاني ناس كلم للناس القاعدين لأنه الصافي ما عنده قبيلة والصافي ما عنده حاجة مثل إنه ترايبيليزم القبلية ما في محله الصافي ما عنده حزب المعين العذاب الأخرى قاعدين في جنوب السودان ما عليه عندهم لما تمشي هناك نادي صافي نادو عشان تمشي تعمل انترفيو أنقل المعلومة دي زي ما كان القاعد بدون كوب بكفاءات بتاعه لأنه دول بتاعنا يا بخلي جنوب السودان يوحد البعض لكن لما تقاب ده معناته انت بخلي يلعب انفورميشن والانفورميشن ده الجنوبيين المحتاج له ما بلغ ولا بيقولوا مبروك عليهم انه انتوا صافين خليه بالروح بتاعكم قويين شغلوا بنيه شغلوا باي عمل بيعمل في بلدكم وانينا وراكم انينا دي رجل فولت انينا بكون في الفن معكم وانينا دائما يونا فيكم وما تقابوا واصل قدام وانينا وراكم. اما الانترناشونال كله الهو بتاع صافي في العالم في جنرال بدون صافي ما بيجي بقول ريش والبنقول المعلومه ده كله في العالم ده صافي والشكل بتاعكم بزيارتنا ما في جروش خليكم قويين وتمشوا قدام ده حاجه ويقدر بقول لهم الصافين في العالم والبلخاء في جنوب السودان you continue in your work as a powerful ما تقاوموا امشي قدام بروح انت.
شكرا كثير. ده كان صوت بتاع one of our listeners أكوتا كول من واو هو شارك معنا الجزئية دي واحنا لسه بنتواصل مع كل المستمعين بتاعنا انه بنذكرهم انه معنا في داخل الاستوديو Honorable Nyarsuk Patrick James, and he is the Minister of Information and Communication in Central Equatoria. He joins us live here in the studio to also celebrate with us the World Radio Day.
And we are happy to have him.
Yes, we are really very happy to have him this morning. Honorable Minister, communities across South Sudan and communities across Central Equatoria, some of them up to now, they are unable to access accurate information. Information coming from your ministry, information coming from the office of the governor, information coming from the presidency, and these information are vital for them to plan their life. So what strategies do you have as a minister in your ministry in order to ensure that all the positive information, all the information that goes out from your ministry or from the government of Central Equatoria reach all the corners of the state?
Thank you so much, and also let me appreciate our brother who gave a very good speech or communication about the day of today, which is the World Radio Day. At the level of the government, so far, I will testify to you that the 3 radio stations that almost cover the entire country, SSBC, iRadio, and Radio Miraya. And they play a very significant role to disseminate information and government policies. So far at the level of the government of Central Equatoria State, each and every information that have been coming out, it goes through this radio station, including EBC, our own radio station, and some other radio station. And we have done our own research that iRadio cover all the territory of Central Equatoria State, including SSBC cover, including Radio Miraya cover, including some of the radio station cover, including EBC cover. So we have a platform that disseminate government policy. And also we critically follow the programs of this radio station because we want to listen to what our people are saying. So the policy of the government is to use all means to making sure that there is access to information to our people at the level of the grassroots. As we speak to you, resolve Gari Pitana fi communities Pitana Pita Central Equatoria, Febo Koro Radio Pita Fogo Bas my information. I will testify this to you that it is happening. So our policy is providing verified information and accurate information through radio stations, which is happening.
نتمنى انت ذكرت في كلام تاعك انه انت قاعد تسمع راديو. نتمنى انت واحد من المسؤولين الايجا انه كل صباح switch on the radio عشان هم يسمعوا الصوت بتاع مواطنين. At times once you become an official ما بكون عندك زمن.
والله أنا أول حتبادي the Dawn program is one of the programs that I used to follow, and I say this zaman pita bika pita brother pita na Emmanuel Jose Bakila ala rehamu. We used to follow, a lot of constitutional post holders used to follow. But Munasaba, the radio station have kept the government in check and balance. Because you're a constitutional post holder, just listen to the radio station. You will get to know what our people are going through. It gave them a platform for communication, for you to listen from what the government, what the citizen want. And then now you will come to the radio station to tell them what you people are doing as a government. So I listen to the Dawn Show program every single morning that I go, and when I'm going to the office, I open to EBC, I listen to EBC to see what they are talking about. So I am the Minister of Information. I am part and parcel of communication of the media paternity in the country. So I will be with them, and I have to be with them.
That's good. That's actually good news, because mostly nasal gidugulina telephone basal say naze gas malena keremo nasma sotoman. But today ana if beftekerita encourage nasal gas malena, but in you do listen. Yeah, that's very important.
Wallahi mama, كلامات الناس أنا بونو سيده أمم كتو سياسين في كراسي على سكون أمم نعرف بأنه يا جماعة ناس بتاعنا دايرين كلنا ملهم حاجة. And come on, we also appreciate the listeners بأنه regardless of the challenges هم بيتكلموا باللغة الكويس. أنا بنتمنى constitutional post holders وخيادين بدنا يعمل لنا واحد. They put it as a request. So نازل بسمع and let us keep on talking. Building this nation, they are part of it. And I say زمان بتاع صلوات بتاع إيمانويل يوسف أكيلة بأنه القرارات اللي بعملوا في Central Equatorial State, most of them were resolution that were taken from this radio station. The wake up program, there's a program where people call to brief about their morning
President
report. We listen to security report from this radio station. Where if we go to our security meeting, we get that these are the same reports that we are getting from the sectors. Are you saying it? So they are part and parcel of the decision making of the government. So we were really not happy that this happened, but they are Hayazade, and we have to continue. And with this program, you people are contributing into the building of this country.
Thank you so much, and actually there are listeners also who have been contributing so much also to decision-making process as you mentioned. Mama Helen, ده زمان ممكن احنا نمشي نشيل تليفونات كمان نسمع من listeners. معنا وزير يوسف باتريك في مكتب معنا هنا الليلة وهم برضو يمكن عندهم فرصة عشان يسألوا أسئلة شوية.
That is true. كلنا بعد ما نسرسايل عشان كده من ممكن قال نسيتومون. Yeah, so أنا la poni loro hina bigulu happy radio day to all listeners of radio across South Sudan. May God continue to bless all the radio stations within South Sudan, and more specifically IE Radio, so they continue in serving the people with accurate and credible information. Congratulations to the media practitioners on this occasion. And Mejdi Pasquale is saying, good morning IE Radio, I'm watching from Wow City. Happy World Radio Day to IE Radio. It's the most important platform, and it's a very important tool to bring information to citizens, and it can also bring voice of our citizens to the government. And radio is the most important source of information in South Sudan compared with other sources, because it's everywhere, in phone, in a car, and anyway. May God bless and protect teamwork of journalists of iRadio. Thanks. And Confucius Joseph D. Tombe is saying Happy World Radio Day to you, colleagues. Gabriel BP Paleki Machari saying Happy Radio Day. Those are some of the messages. I think they actually resonate with what the minister has been saying. So let's take some of the calls. iRadio. Hello. Okay, deza mana na bishil fogo mukalamata kun kama kanzoli ndo soali dafiyata na bishil telefon tawali ay radio. Hello, marhaba.
Hello, sabah al-khair.
Sabah al-nur. Isim taki wakali kalamu ikun gusero itakidugu min wen?
Ay, Nazaro min Wow.
Naam.
Wallahi, jabat kulu maji kwez. Aquí nas betan al-kubari, malik sama gari sama radio. Kalau gari sama sod betan nani amatani, jinu bene kan jinu besar dengan begini. Kan jinu besar je yang dah, nani na syakal na jinu de kuluna nani na nazil na jinu de kul masuk jadi masa syakal jinu de bene kalau betan. Ya betan. Jadi na jinu, nas betan nama jaya kata balu, ya jadu kalau beradi. Ajawa, suatu tamuatan. Ya do. Jika semua radio, semua korak tamuatan gaya korbo, dia maksudnya betul. Tapi lo itu pak gaya semua. Muatan gaya korbo itu, wiza ada jauh, jangan pun ada dolar, jangan ada cawa, wiza ada dolar. Ada tamu lagi nu. Itu maksud, politik, nevre, zaman siasa. Itu pak gaya semua radio. Itu kita radio video lah, jangan jalan, awada, wada dolar. لمواطن نسمع وضع بتاع دولة بتاعه يدو بقيت ما قاعد تعاوي راجل هل بتاعك شنو الزن ده كله الدنيا كله بيتعب سواء أنا مبنى ربنا كل ربنا يساعد القلب وتعمل كل واحد من الناس كباري ده يبدأ راديو اسمه كورة بتاعي كان كوربو في جنوب ده كان بيدب كورة بتاع مواطن هو شنو بيدب ده كلامي إلى الأول وده بتاعي شكرا لكم.
شكرا لك كمان اللزر لسه زماننا بيشيل تليفونات كمان زول كان عندي إضافيات. أنا ما أعرف السيد وزير بيقولوا شنو ما تعليق تا لزر بإنه ناس ما قاسمة راديو لكن بس كلام شيلوا مكالمة تانية. أي راديو؟
أي راديو صباح الخير. Good morning ماما هيلين. Good morning مايكل.
Good morning باتيستا.
وجود مورنينج لسعادة الوزير كمان ضيفكم العزيز الكريم في يوم الليلة بتاع الأمين جاكم زول مسؤول كبير أنا بشكر الشديد.
Good morning my brother.
الاحترام بتاع الدعوة وهو خبر. لو بالنسبة لي أنا باتيستا أرمانو أنا بقول راديو عندي حاجة وراثي. أنا بقول ليه كده لأنه من السبعينات الوالد كان الله يرحمه كل ما يكون جاي خلاص من الشغل بقول لهم شتلي الراديو بتاع ابوك برا وخدته هنا في جار الزول بتاع البيت وتلي كرسي معاش بتاعه وهو لما يجي يفتح الراديو بنكونوا قاعدين جنبه لحد ما جاء الثمانينات وحتى لا من فتره اذا بتاع SPLA كان كل ساعه 3 بيجيب الاخبار وحاجات دي. انا كنت واحد من الناس بكون مطابق شديد جنب ابوي في الدول بتاعت البيت وبنسمع الراديو. والراديو بالنسبة لي ما حاجة جديد يعني أنا ولوف له من الصغير وبحبه شديد جدا جدا. حتى بعد ما عملت للبيت ذاته كلام ده كان في الخرطوم وكده يعني الأولاد في البيت بكونوا في التلفزيون قاعدين بعين وأنا بكون قاعد برا في الراديو. الناس بقولوا أنت ما عندك التلفزيون شغال ما دار تقعد قلت لهم أنتوا دايرين تعينوا مسلسل أو أفلام لكن أنا دار أسمع الأخبار ودار أشوف العالم ماشي كيف ونسمع كده أحوال الناس. الراديو بالمناسبة حاجة محبوبة لي شديد ولكل الناس اللي بيستمعوا رغم انه جاء حاجات خاصه حديثه في تويتر في انترنت في شنو في شنو حاجات كثيره لكن برضه لا زال الراديو ده ثابت لانه يوجد بتاعت الحاجات دي كله. فبواسطه الراديو على الناس كثير بواسطه الراديو الناس كثار يعرفوني وبواسطه الراديو ذاته معلومات كثير لقيناه والراديو لا زال يكون حي دائما هو يوجد بتاعت كل حاجات الناس قاعده تطلع ده بسبب الراديو. ولولا ذلك كان حاجات ذاته ما يتطور، التطور شنو؟ تطور بسبب الراديو. فانا بقول للسيد الوزير انتوا ان شاء الله ساعدوا على الاعلاميين وتتفقوا مع الاعلاميين والاعلاميين ادوم حقوقهم وادوم حريتهم وانتوا دايما لو في اشكاليه قاعد يواجههم انتوا يا تكونوا قدام المسؤولين بتاعينهم ذاتهم في الوزاره قبل ما يجي حاجه بطال يقوم يحصل عليهم ولا يكون معاهم وكده. فنتمنى يوم سعيد لكل الاعلاميين بتاعت الراديو في جميع انحاء بتاعت العالم وفي صفة كاسة بالنسبة لجنوب السودان وبذات راديو بتاعنا المحبوب المفضل. شكرا دراسي.
شكرا لك باتيستا أرمانو. نعم ده كلام طبعا هناك ويمكن أنا داير أشوف واحد رسالة هنا كمان نضيفها لده ونسبة كمان كلام من سيد الوزير. Justin Kwaje David is saying good morning I radio. I'm watching live from Eastern Uganda. Radio is indeed a very significant outlet that informs, educates, entertains and heals souls at any time. Happy Radio Day to all my fellow South Sudanese and happy Valentine's Day to my fellow countrymen in advance. Greetings to Honorable Nyarsuk Patrick, Central Equatorial State Information Minister. Yeah.
So, Honorable Minister, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. I think the last one is just a comment and we appreciate that. Let me start from Batista. شكرا شديد اخوي باتيستا واي ثينك ده حاجه اللي احنا كلنا مرينا بو وليه حسي اجي في فقريات بتاعنا في فيليجز بتاعنا كان مشيت فوق اوفيس الحاج بقول جيب راديو خد راديو بقعد بكرسي بتوعه بقعد بسمع راديو يعني منظر شامل شديد. وزي ما انت قلت يا جماعه المواطن العادي ده ما بقدر بيشتري تلفزيون بكهرباء ما فوق استابيليتي ده ما بقدر بجيب له كهرباء في بيت وكهرباء بتاعنا ده ما ثابت. So the only platform is the radio station. بالسيتويشن اللي احنا فوقه ده زول بمشي بيشتري له كهرباء ولا زول ده يشتري اكل ليال. That is why الراديو باتيستا زي ما انت قلت بجد كده راديو is very very important في المجتمع بتاعنا. يعني انت اتكلمت في كلام بتاع protection of journalists. يعني احنا في Central Equatorial State يعني احنا يوم اللي جينا بانه there is any journalist that has been arrested and at the level of the ministry انا كتبت سيكولا ل county commissioners بتاعنا كله Then any media houses that is verified and any journalist that is going to carry out their work at the level of the counties should be given all the necessary assistance. Should be given all the necessary assistance as long as there are wadi bitan al maruf in there. Uzol jay in media authority umasha bejirar alsa, it should be protected and should be given right to do their work without any interference from the security organs or from the community level. So we are doing our best to making sure that no any intimidation of journalists happen at the level of the state and central Equatorial. Wakambiga beyond capacity bitana, we have a very good relationship with the media authority. We have a very good relationship with the minister of information, ICT Ateng. We will coordinate with him. So yeah, we all of us together, we will protect and making sure and Nazar Vishtagalu with their voices and with their time to making sure we get information there. We protect them and can feel free to contact Lazarus can my question, it is a comment, and I definitely agree with Kalamu Deben radio, it connect between the government and the citizen. Laman Bukun Barnamik Zede, wow, Siyasin Bisma, it will give them a platform to understand. They should know al Nas Pitana fail and they didn't know. Lazarus min wa kan kalam an kalam de en tabanu gal ben siyasin ma besma rawadi fi constitutional posoldas ma besma na mana ma bikalet kalamu fi nas besma au fi nas ma besma
wa huwa kan sal gal ita bi yani ita bi establish radio le shunu وita maga teji foga عشان ita tasma
exactly
ده كان سؤال بتاعه
فعلا umasa عشان for you to stabilize to come up with the radio station, and at the end of the day you don't follow it. Major law supervision, that is where you need to monitor it so that you will evaluate it and improve. So al siyasi al ma bisma radio or the siyasi al ma into connection ma into ilaka benaspito, because they the only platform hasi al bidik room kasiyasi عشان تسمع نازل what they are suffering from. عشان زاد البلد ماشي في انتخابات انت كان ما عرفت what your people are going through Bukun Cave. But now I want to recognize Kalamata Room Galude radio there, because of radio in our country today, it plays a very, very, very important role during the liberation of our country. We are having an independent country today through the work that radio station have done, and we have to acknowledge that. During the liberation, the radio station gave our people voices of hope and voices of resilience and voices of continuing to supporting the movement to making sure that we got independent. And even during the referendum, the dissemination of the information for our people to understand with all the local languages which radio station was able to do it. And they voted for independence of this country. And it was all efforts that were done through the radio station. So, ayya haja fe haya that will be happening so far as we speak for now, it involves radio station. We should also not forget that civic engagement, as we speak at the moment, radio station have provided platform for civic engagement, for dialogue, for reconciliation, for peace building, you see, for good governance, for our people to identify our rights in the constitution even. These are all platform, these are all things that have been played through radio stations. Civic engagement, for us to have engagement between our people and for our people to find ways on how they can address their grievances in the community level. So radio station play a very significant role. Thirdly is radio is able to preserve our cultures and heritage. If you see with the change of technology and during the conflict our people went outside, people came with different culture. But if people are having a cultural program here, it preserves the culture, the beautiful cultures of South Sudan. So we should not just look at radio stations that they only provide information, but it play a role of keeping the cultures, the beautiful cultures that we have as people of South Sudan. Thirdly, also we have emergency broadcasting. We have cases like the outbreak of Ebola, that when it came out, radio play a very significant role to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
COVID-19.
It play a very, very important role. We have issues to do with flooding that have been happening in Jungule. the radio station also play a very, very important role. Lastly is the issue of promotion of peace and reconciliation. As we understand that in 2013 there's a conflict in South Sudan in 2016. At least the radio stations is able to reconcile our communities, is able to unite our communities, is able to spread messages of peace and hope. So you see, so radio station should not just be taken as media houses, but these are institutions that the voices that come from them broadcast all our villages and our counties, and it play a very significant role. It give our people hope. It give our people to be resilient that tomorrow will be better than today. And it reconcile people. It bring peace, unity.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Minister. Yes.
Okay, anangaliza mangurwa lakini sere kida Michael kida ile risala dak.
رسالة بعربي من واحد من الناس بتاعنا من جون سانتينو بيقول أسعد الله صباحكم بكل خير شعب جنوب السودان والوطن. تحية لك ماما هيلن وسامويل ماما هيلن سامويل وأتيت من جوديلة مربع 5. أصبحنا بخير. تحية ليوم راديو. نشكر كل وشاق بتاع راديو عالمية وأيضا آي راديو جنوب السودان بكل امتياز والنجاح الدائم على مستوى الدولة بحق المصداقية بنقل المعلومات والرسائل بطريقة صحيح. وشكرا لوحين بنتلاقى يوم بكرة لراديو حقنا أحلى والسلام عليكم. Kennedy Thomas, good morning I Radio and the listeners. My question to Honorable Minister, how many radio stations in Juba is covering the whole state?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that question. That is Kennedy Muzo?
Yeah, Kennedy Thomas.
So far in Juba, the radio that are covering the entire state is what I mentioned in the beginning of this program. iRadio cover the entire Central Equatorial State. SSBC cover the entire Central Equatorial State. Radio Miraya cover the entire Central Equatorial State. EBC used to cover the entire Central Equatorial State, but when I came to the ministry, I got the radio station was not covering the whole state. The TV station was off for a very long period of time. So in my 100th action plan was to open the TV station and boost the radio station. So far, EBC, that is our government institution radio station, it does not cover the whole state. But we are working on how it can cover the whole state because we are able to open the TV. The TV is already working, which is the EBC TV. So my work these days is focusing on how to boost the radio station, the transmitter, make sure it cover the entire the whole state. But these are the 3 radio stations that cover the entire state of Central Equatorial State.
Okay. Mama Helen, is there a chance we get one more caller?
We can't pick a call. Maybe we get the message from the Honorable Minister.
Okay. Honorable Minister, once again, we are thrilled to have you here this morning, and having you is just a blessing. And we would like to give you a chance. What would you like to tell our listeners on the World Radio Day as the last message?
Thank you so much. Today, we are not just celebrating the World Radio Day. Today, we are recognizing the efforts that have been done with the by the radio station for us to have the country that we are having. The journey is still too long, and the only platform that can change our country is the radio station. Radio station have touched a lot of souls, have transformed a lot of life, have educated our people in the grassroots, have advocated for peace, have kept the government accountable for their action, have advocated for service delivery to our people who are deep in the grassroots. Today, as we celebrate this important and significant day, let us also not forget to recognize the journalists that we have lost them on the way of struggle and on the way of making sure information are easily accessible to our people. Let us use radio station as one of the platform that will unite us, that will unite the people of South Sudan, that will reconcile the people of South Sudan, and that will bring peace to the people of South Sudan, and that will advocate for the services that have not been given to our people at the level of the grassroots. Let our people continue bringing their voices. Let us use this as a platform to air and reconcile and talk about our differences. I also want to appreciate all the radio stations that are functioning in Central Equatoria State, that as the government of Central Equatoria State, we recognize your effort and we see your effort, and we look forward that we will collectively work together to create an informed society. It's only having an informed society that is when you can be able to have a peaceful society.
Okay.
Thank you so much, and this will not be my last coming here. I will always be here, and my room is open for any radio station.
Thank you.
I wish you people a happy International Radio Day. And thank you لأي زول الفقاري بتاعنا بسمع علينا لأي راديو.
تمام، شكرا كثير سيد الوزير نيرسوك باتريك عشان انت جيت معنا هنا الليله وانا مبسوطين. ماما هيلين، احنا عايزين نشكر المستمعين بتاعنا اللي بيدعمونا دائما بافكار واللي كانوا بيشاركونا من صباح لغايه الان. شكرا لكم كثير، لكن زمن بقى ما في، يعني احنا هنخلي الاستوديو لزول بتاع الاخبار بعد شويه ديكودي اندرو بعربي.
نعم، أنا كمان أذكر ناس على شاحن بورا برنامج تدون ده في ديكودي أندرو، هو يا مخرج البرنامج بولينو أتي ألو بيجيب لنا كل صباح، وعندنا دالينغتون موزيس بورا موقتنا الاجتماعية. أنا ما تكون ماما هيلين و
مايكل أتيت، ونتمنى لكم صباح جميل.
أنا بقابل يوم اثنين ما بكره بقى. لكن برضو في كلام مهم انا زوري لي تكون 40 بتاع زميلتنا ايمانويل جوزيف اكيل بكره
يوم السبت.
وفي دعوه للمستمعين كمان كله والزملاء واصدقاء